So it's mostly apples here. This is a couple more examples of that case. That's coming up off the tree, the scion. So whatever it is, looks like it'll make it. The wood chips help create some mycelium or mycorrhizal connections with the dirt and keep the weeds down. Eventually that'll continue out, chips in between all the rows, and then we'll put some companion planting in here, nitrogen fixers. I got comfrey and garlic chives and all that kind of stuff. Maybe some locusts, we'll see. But these rows are also going to get a good pasture mix. So ultimately the plan is, when it's Porky the Pig time, you take them out here, take them out of wherever they're kept out back or whatever, run a hot wire through here, take them where you want them, let them eat the leftover fruit, let them graze on the pasture and the grasses, finish them up with some hazelnuts, if I could talk Rick out of them. Maybe work with some of the neighbors and see if we could get the, permission to hot wire a couple of the hardwood lots. Let them eat acorns and whatever else is there. But anyway, should be some really fantastic pork. Chicken tractors, same deal. These rows are nice and wide, be able to run them through here. These are 2 hugels. This was a pond that was forming over the last couple of years, but it's not the way I wanted it. So next year I think these are gonna get pushed out, and that's gonna get deeper. Again, we got water here, fairly shallow, 8-10 feet. You get into good groundwater. It's got limestone underneath it. Be able to irrigate, help these trees along if I need it, or anything else that's growing out here. Again, a big thoroughfare through here is all going to be pasture. And that's as far as I got with my road this year. We have been going non-stop. I know, quit your whining, right? There's some big bucks walking around here too. I mean, there's some big hoof prints. Rick saw one out here a month ago or so, just standing there looking at him. It was up to his chest, the back of it. So, plenty of critters. There's an old swale here on the land, and I filled it in just to get across it here. This is how far I got with the little tractor and the excavator, but I want to get to that wood line. I might go up. We got a private road. Our road runs up between the properties there, and we might go back there and then cut in this way. But I need to expand some. We're leaving a lot of natural areas, but got to use some too. Looks like there's a fawn walking in here with the doe. Yeah, teach them youngsters to stay out of my stuff. So go back through the orchard. You want to see raspberries? Jeez. It's hard to stay working when you're out here with raspberries hanging like this. I mean, that's pretty incredible. And there's just, there's thousands and thousands of these. Can you see that? There's thousands of bushes of these. It doesn't get any better than that. And so you can see the plan is starting to work a little bit there. Those big skinny trees you see that we left behind, like these here, are there for a reason. They're guard towers. So in the winter, when these when the snow's deep and the rodents like the voles are moving around looking for something to chew on, it won't be these trees. They've been painted, and the paint's got hot pepper in it, so plus the cages. We may have had one tree we thought might have been girdled, but the bark could have flaked off. But generally speaking, they're doing pretty good. This one I really like. We put in this year. It was for Carl. It's getting a little bit something going on here. Uh-oh, somebody's moving in. Recognize that? Probably shouldn't drop it, but I'm gonna do a little homework on that. I didn't get any time to put neem oil on. I was gonna do that this year, but no time. Anyways, Stanley plums, Satsuma plums, cherries, pears, Shiro plums, French prune, some other ones. Carl's grapes got annihilated this past winter. They were just randomly planted because he needed to get them in. So we dug them up, the ones that produced a leaf this spring. We dug them up, we put them in here in a row, and then we're not even certain of the variety anymore. I think there's Concord in there, but I'm gonna have to repropagate. We'll get some more vines, get them in. That one's actually cranking out buds. We're gonna have to get some more fencing out here before we go. But there was muscats, there was Lakelands, Concords. That's getting a little bit of rust of some type on it. Have to let Rick know. We got some more cages. We'll just take them out here and cover them. But that's the grapes. A little mucky today, all that rain. So that's the center, like the horseshoe in the middle of the hugels. I'm gonna put some more fruit trees back in there to actually grow them, plums or whatever. And then I tilled all these. That's another area I'm leaving. Made a big loop through there. And same thing along the road here. Yeah, pastures aplenty. That's a real good place to pick raspberries right there. That hugel is just thick with them. If you don't work this stuff, it starts to come back. This tag alder here is 3 years old, but it can be a good resource too. If you get a chipper, grind them up. You're not going to get rid of them. Grind them up and use them. I better do that pretty soon. Anyways, nice soil in here. Opening up more and more and more. I mean, look at that stuff. There's nothing wrong. I don't know if you're into dirt or not, but I am. That's pretty good in anybody's world. That's gonna grow. Haven't done anything to it yet. Chopped it up. So, I'm trying to head back towards the house. It doesn't seem like a lot this year, but that was a lot of work. And now it's time to head out again. So it looks a heck of a lot better than it did. And we were going to put up fencing this year, but no time. I did start tearing these hugels up earlier when we first got here. When I first did it, we didn't have much time with the equipment, so there was a lot of cedar stumps, chunks that got buried, and they don't deteriorate very quickly. So one of my friends was asking me about, do I have problems with rodents with all these hugels? And honestly, no, we don't, because we have snakes. We have swales, we have a lot of frogs. There's a pine snake that lives up here. There's a lot of grass snakes, garter snakes, all that kind of stuff. But there's also, like I said, these guard trees that we left. Eagles, lots of eagles, hawks, owls, all kinds of, predator birds. Let alone the foxes, coyotes. You can hear the coyote packs howling every night. We got wolves. Bears, I don't want them around too much, but they're here. You see bear scat once in a while, but you're up north. You're almost up to Canada, and you got wildlife. So not too much problem with rodents and those hugels. Actually, one time I was back there working on it, and a couple of big snakes came rolling out of there, wondering what I was doing. They were probably in there nesting or